going on, guys? It's this WHAAATT. Today we're watching, this is my first reaction. Today we're watching Son of a Glitch by A+ Start. He's a really good YouTuber. I like his glitches. I wonder how he finds these out. Today we're doing Son of a Glitch, Sonic Generations. And, yeah. And if you guys want to watch the original video, I'm going to put the link in the description below. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. And, yeah. Wait, let's turn the volume down for you can hear my voice too. Okay, I think this is good now. Okay, so 3, 2, 1.
Son of a glitch. Sonic Generations. The 20th birthday celebration of Sonic also brought one of his best outings in recent memory, but even so, a Sonic game without glitches is no Sonic game at all. We'll begin with some random glitches in the white space hub world.
First, I never knew there were Wisp in Sonic Generations. Well, there probably wasn't. That was just like a found out glitch. Like you find something. You know what I mean, right? And second, what?
On this slope next to Sky Sanctuary, it's possible to spin dash right through this section of wall, and sometimes it's possible to get pushed inside the wall. Obviously, this isn't ideal, but hey, you can do this. Spin dashing pushes you into the platform, and from there you're able to jump, and the yellow spring will get you out of the wall. Another random glitch happens when you jump over this boost panel next to Metal Sonic. The camera shifts from its usual forward-facing perspective, which is nothing major, but the camera in this game is all kinds of screwy. For example, in the Green Hill Zone high-speed challenge, there's an area where the camera goes from a 2D perspective and pans behind Sonic as he goes up the incline. But if you spin dash and jump, you skip the trigger for the camera change, and then it gets stuck like this.
Whoa.
But it gets better. If you carry on through the stage, the camera will be facing behind Sonic, giving a 3D view of a 2D stage. There's something so cool about this perspective. It's like seeing what classic Sonic sees, even if moving through the stage is pretty awkward. You'll even see how loading works in Sonic Generations, as parts of the zone come into being as you approach them to save on resources. Eventually, you'll hit a section of the zone where the camera corrects itself, and the fun's over. In Green Hill Zone Act 1, get to this slope just by the wooden boarded section of the stage. Hit the spring, and then, as Sonic is about to reach the top of the slope, come to a stop by pressing left on the D-pad or control stick. Sonic will now stand sideways on the slope for a short period of time. Sonic the Hedgehog 4? Is that you? It's nice to know its spirit lives on in all this. In Green Hill Zone Act 2, get to the cabin section of the zone with the Mega Chopper and go really slow by holding down on the control stick and jumping over all the speed boosters. When the Mega Chopper appears, jump back in the direction you came.
I saw his glitch before. I was playing with my friend one day in his Xbox 360, and I wanted to see how it would be stopped, and I was pressing a whole bunch of random buttons to make it stop, and then that happened. Whatever he's doing happened.
Its animation will go backwards. Also, Sonic will now be riding an invisible rail. Plus, backwards grinding. That happened. After the Mega Chopper trick combo section, once Sonic lands on the hill, jump and boost to the right like this. You'll have skipped a stage loading trigger, and so when you reach a certain point, everything will be invisible except for a few assets like spikes, rings, and enemies. All collision detection in Sonic Generations is stored independent of the visible geometry. Collision is loaded when a stage begins, but again, geometry is loaded as needed to ease system resources, which is how the Hedgehog engine works. Everything will become normal again as you progress through the zone. Here's a random glitch with Supersonic. While grinding, if you jump and then try to transform into Supersonic, the Chaos Emeralds will circle around Sonic, but he'll never actually change. The same is true if you try to transform while doing a homing attack on an enemy. You have to wait till Sonic is back on the ground again to transform. In Chemical Plant Zone Act 2, Supersonic is unable to move this block by dashing. He must push it instead. You'd think with all his power this wouldn't be an issue, but that's okay, because when it comes to drowning, Supersonic is a boss. He just slowly struts like he doesn't even care. This most likely occurs because they never expected you to drown as Supersonic. Again, in Chemical Plant Zone Act 2, there's a slope that if you boost, Supersonic will just move horizontally instead of following the curve of the slope. You can move him up and down, but apart from that, he's not really going anywhere. To end this glitch, just stop boosting. In the section where Sonic free falls after the water slide, as Supersonic, press whichever button makes him fall quicker and Supersonic will just walk in the air. Now that's falling with style. At the end of the water slide, if you tap jump with the right timing, Sonic will begin free falling early and you're able to go out of bounds. Sonic will fall through the entire section and then eventually through the ground at the bottom. In Sky Sanctuary Act 1, you can get Sonic to have 3D movement in a 2D stage. With a Thunder Shield, get to this part of the stage, and then, once you hit the yellow spring, jump to the right while in the air, and now Sonic should be able to move freely around instead of just left and right. This is cool and everything, but seeing as the stage isn't built with this kind of movement in mind, it's very easy to fall off the stage simply because only certain parts are solid. For this reason alone, you won't get very far, certainly not to the end of the stage. But what's interesting is the game maintains the glitch even when you die after hitting a checkpoint with the glitch active.
That's so cool.
Sometimes if you take damage from an enemy next to a wall, the rings that Sonic loses have some weird physics.
Well, what the heck?
What is this? During the challenge with Amy in Sky Sanctuary, if Sonic touches her, she'll fall to the ground. If you do this in certain areas, it's possible to get her stuck in the ground and she won't be able to carry on through the challenge. See ya, Amy! During the fight with the Death Egg robot, get right up against this wall and then wait for the robot to jump. As it does so, time it so when you jump, the robot pushes you up into the wall like this, and now you'll be inside the robot. You'll be unable to move, then again, this is so amazingly stupid, why would you want out of this? But just in case you want things to be a shade normal again, you can jump to escape. Once you get to the main arena for the Death Egg robot boss, if you let it stomp on Sonic and then keep jumping left or right depending on which way it's facing, it'll leave itself open for attack. You'll need to be under the back of the robot's feet to get pushed out like this, and then the game lets you attack it. This skips the second phase of the boss with the bombs, meaning you can finish it in around 30 seconds.
Wait, what?
Sometimes, though, the feet can actually push Sonic through the floor. In Speed Highway Act 1 with the Thunder Shield, at the beginning of the stage, spin dash, jump, and then jump again to go over the top of the first loop, and Sonic will now be standing on an invisible platform.
These might be
you can now
they
run
look
under
easy,
the floor,
but I'm
and
just
with a bit of maneuvering
myself.
around, you can get inside the loop like this, which enables Sonic to follow the curve of the loop. Useless glitch, but it's fun to do this. City Escape has some of the most fun glitches in the game, first of which is air drifting. Sonic is able to drift off ramps, and if you boost while you do it, you can get some insane air. But this also opens itself up for some interesting glitches too. You can end up on the other side of collision detection, meaning you won't be able to progress, or you'll just fall under the stage. With the crazy height you get, you're able to see parts of City Escape haven't loaded yet. If you air drift off this ramp, provided you get a lot of height and distance, you'll end up getting past the loading trigger, which means this whole place is invisible. I know it's called City Escape, but I wasn't expecting the city to literally not be here. And there's also a camera glitch in the boarding section too. When it comes time to run away from the gun truck, after Sonic goes off the ramp, stomp and then hold the drift button along with right on the control stick. Hopefully Sonic should drift along the left side of the street like this. If he goes along the entire street until it turns, the camera will glitch out, but also the gun truck is now missing. What happened to it? It went straight through the ground and out of existence. This means that this entire set piece can be played without the gun truck, glitchy camera and all. It's possible this happens because of how drifting works. When Sonic drifts against the edge of a wall or collision, he moves slightly faster than usual. Being that this is a scripted event, Sonic may have outrun certain timing triggers, confusing the game and thus dropping the gun truck through the ground. Towards the end of the gun truck chase, if you keep stomping during this part, it's possible for Sonic to get behind the gun truck. He'll be fired in the direction he came from, only to be sent back in the intended direction, although this seldom works out for the best. In the loop before the 2D section of City Escape Act 2, it's possible to jump out of the loop like this and then fall down to the ground below, yet again skipping a camera transition from 3D to 2D. The camera will follow Sonic from behind like it would in 3D, but I'll be damned if it can actually focus on Sonic correctly. It's always interesting to see a stage from a different, completely broken angle like this, but doesn't exactly make platforming sections like this easy to play. And once you get to this section of the stage, all's right with the world again. Before we leave City Escape, here's another glitch with Super Sonic. Once you grab the first skateboard power-up, jump through these two red rings and then activate Super Sonic. Now you'll have Super Sonic riding a skateboard, although I'm not sure that's how you do it. You know, you gotta just... Okay. In Seaside Hill Act 1, use the bubble shield and then take the top path through the stage till you reach this cannon. On the other side of the wall, use the bubble shield to bounce your way up to the top of this wall, which you're not normally able to reach. Now if you carry on through the stage, Seaside Hill will be invisible. Yet again, we've skipped a loading trigger and all we see is enemies, spikes, item boxes, etc. That's a lot of ocean. Next. In Act 2, you'll need the skill Power Break and also, for added effect, Endless Boost. When the stage begins, hold down on the control stick and Sonic will stop on the red and white floor, and now Sonic can backtrack to the very beginning of Seaside Hill. There's not much to see, some odd camera angles and such, but now, if you boost off the edge into the water, you can drift around without the Mega Chopper ending your fun. Unfortunately though, you can only boost out so far until you lose a life. There's a ramp in Seaside Hill that you can drift and then boost off to get a huge amount of air. This is one part massive shortcut with an amazing view and also doubles as an out-of-bounds glitch if you land on top of this area. Sonic will either run on the air or through the ground depending on where you move, as obviously Sonic is never intended to get up here. Sometimes in performing this ramp drift boost, the camera can get stuck for a moment as it thinks Sonic is bouncing off the springs, but he goes over them instead. This confuses the camera and it will keep trying to track Sonic and stay locked at this position at the same time, with one taking priority over the other at certain points. You can make your way through the stage for quite some time, but you can only get so far without knowing exactly where you are. But hey, you can see Sonic get eaten by the Mega Chopper from a whole new angle, so that's something, right? There's an interesting glitch you can do during the boss fight with Shadow. When Shadow's charged up and ready to attack, the scene switches to a long path where he throws Chaos Spears at Sonic. If you can make it to the end of this path by sliding and boosting before Shadow launches the final stage of this attack, Shadow will become broken. He'll begin boosting at incredible speed and then he'll get stuck somewhere in the stage. Shadow? You okay, man?
What are you doing, Shadow?
Nope, that's it. We've lost him. It's over. Also in this boss fight, if you boost and sidestep repeatedly on this curve, Sonic will begin scaling an invisible wall. Do it long enough and Sonic will be flung into space. Remember, in space...
How is he breathing in space? How?
No one can hear you. Rooftop Run Act 1 has my favorite 3D and 2D glitch in the whole game. Using the Thunder Shield, reach this point in the stage, and when Sonic bounces off the third yellow spring, tap jump once while holding down right slightly, then up right to land on the ground. This has more freedom than other 3D and 2D glitches like it, as a lot of the ground below is solid due to the way the stage is laid out. Mostly you'll be going through walls and occasionally fall through the floor, but this does have some room to explore. You can even progress through the stage and end up in the barrel section. Hitting the checkpoint means dying won't reset the glitch, but now the camera angle is a lot closer to Sonic, and we can backtrack through the stage with this behind Sonic camera angle. Something about this glitch makes...
You guys know what Sonic World is? You know, that looks like it. I'm dead serious. Oh my god, that looks so cool.
We wish this camera angle was a real option you could turn on and off. Also, we get to see what classic Sonic dying looks like in 3D. Beautiful. In the boarding challenge Rooftop Rail Grind, there's a funny glitch you can do on Sonic's way up to the top of the clock tower. Once you reach this point, it's possible to jump over the 3 red rings and land on the roof of the clock tower. Now Sonic will keep traveling upwards and you'll be able to gain height by jumping. Sonic is hitting some invisible collision detection, but eventually it'll only go so high and then Sonic will fall back down to Earth. Let's move on to something called the speed glitch with classic Sonic.
That's like Sonic Adventure 2. You know where he's falling out the helicopter? Yeah, he's like, free falling, free falling.
The control stick left or right, just enough that Sonic begins moving slowly, and then press the spin dash button, and when you release it, immediately jump, still keeping the control stick in the same position. This results in a lot of speed, enabling Sonic to cross huge distances quickly. It doesn't seem like it's really a glitch until you compare it against holding the control stick all the way left or right to holding it just slightly. Modern Sonic has a similar version called M-Speed, performed by holding slightly up on the control stick to move Sonic slowly, then tap the boost button and immediately tap the jump button for a small hop. Again, this gives Sonic a lot of speed, but it's not as effective as the speed glitch for classic Sonic. However, when you combine M-Speed with the blast off and acceleration skills, you get some insane height and distance at the beginning of modern Sonic stages. It's best to find the M-Speed position on the control stick, hold that position, and then restart the stage. Tap boost as soon as the word go appears on screen, and then press jump, and then hopefully Sonic will shoot off into the stage. Off to Planet Wisp now, and as modern Sonic, when you get the first Rocket Wisp, wait for the power-up to respawn, and then use the rocket right underneath it. Sonic will shoot upwards and then collect a Rocket Wisp as he goes, which we're not supposed to be able to do. This means we'll have another rocket to do the same thing here to get a Rocket Wisp into an area of the stage we shouldn't have one. If we stand under this directional booster and activate Rocket, the booster action will override the Rocket Wisp, and now Sonic will be in both his normal state and Rocket state. We can move around the stage freely, but with a rocket stuck to Sonic.
So cool.
The only problem with this is that Sonic is now unable to grab things like pulleys that take him to higher platforms, and thus the stage is unbeatable. But on the plus side, Sonic can stand on spikes all he wants and he won't die. And finally, if you take a rocket to this one slope on Planet Wisp, hit the boost pad, and then as Sonic is about to reach the top, activate Rocket, you'll go sideways and the game will crash. No idea why this happens, but the game just crashes. The end. And there you have it, guys. Some funny and interesting glitches you can try out in Sonic Generations. And if you like this episode...
That was a good episode, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Shout out to A+ Start. He does really good glitches that I didn't even know existed. So yeah, I'm gonna see after this video if we can do a Sonic 2 or Sonic 1 gameplay. Yeah, Sonic 2 because I want to play as different characters and stuff like that. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. Bye bye. Okay, seriously, bye.